Greetings and salutations, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into the shadows with Robert Eggers' Nosferatu, a film that's been on my radar for ages. This isn't just another vampire flick, it's a reimagining of a silent horror classic, and it's got a lot to say. Eggers, as we know, doesn't do things by halves. He's built a reputation on period pieces, strict historical accuracy, and delving into the dark corners of folklore. From the Vivitch to the Lighthouse and the Nutmen, he has consistently explored themes of isolation and madness. But Nosferatu seems to bring all of his previous work together. This new Nosferatu is of course a remake of 1922 German expressionist masterpiece. That film, if you don't know, was an unauthorized adaptation of Bram Stoker's Dracula. So we're dealing with a story that's been adapted countless times. But Eggers is determined to give it a fresh and frankly terrifying spin. The story follows Ellen Hatter, played by Lily Rose Depp, a newlywed with a history of what's described as hysteria, and her husband, Thomas, played by Nicholas Hoult. Thomas is sent off on a business trip by his boss, Herdnock, to the Carpathian Mountains to meet with the mysterious Count Olloc, played by Bill Skarsgard. As Thomas gets closer to Olloc, Ellen's sanity starts to unravel. We are introduced to other characters such as Anna, who's played by Emma Corrin, and her husband, Frederick, who's played by Aaron Taylor Johnson, as well as Dr. Sivers, who's played by Ralph Ineson, and eccentric Professor von Rantz, who's played by Willem Dafoe. Eggers manages to create a world that is both historically accurate and visually arresting. The film draws on German expressionist cinema using stark, dark lighting, a desaturated color palette, and intense close-ups. The performances also nod to silent era cinema with heightened emotions and slightly exaggerated expressions. The cast is a mix of great performances and one dud. Lily Rose Depp is fantastic as Ellen, portraying a woman on the edge of sanity, and Nicholas Hoult does a great job as the terrified Thomas. Willem Dafoe as the Van Helsing-esque Professor von Franz is both stern and goofy, while Simon McBurney's Herdnock descends into madness. However, Aaron Taylor Johnson's performance as the skeptic Frederick felt a bit flat. Now let's talk about Count Olloc, played by Bill Skarsgård. This is not your typical Hollywood vampire. He's a creature of death and destruction, rooted in Roman folklore and historical accounts. Skarsgård went through a physical transformation for the role, losing a lot of weight and working with an opera singer to lower his vocal range. Olloc's wheezings, breath, and dialogue fill the sound mix, adding the grotesque nature of the character. He even speaks a form of reconstructed Dacian, an ancient language, while other Transylvanian characters speak Romanian or Romani. Beyond the acting, the sheer scale and detail of this movie are breathtaking. The costumes, makeup, Robin Carolan's score, Jarin Ploshka's cinematography, and the practical sets enhanced by CGI make this film a genuine work of art. It's not just a remake, it's a wholly unique interpretation. The movie balances austerity and animalistic horror. The film is based on both Henrik Gallin's screenplay for the original Nosferatu and Bram Stoker's Dracula. But Eggers also took inspiration from a variety of sources, including French neurologist Jean-Marc Charcot's work on hysteria and the film of Andrzej Żurawski's. It is worth mentioning that Nosferatu was a passion project for Eggers for many years. Production took place primarily at Barrandov Studios in Prague, and some exterior shots were filmed at Covent Castle in Romania. The film was shot on 35mm in color with a desaturated look. Also, around 5,000 trained rats were used in the film. The movie premiered in Berlin on December 2nd, 2024, and was released in the US on Christmas Day. It was a success, grossing over $157 million worldwide on a $50 million budget, becoming Eggers' highest-grossing film. It also received a lot of award nominations, including at the Oscars, for Best Makeup and Hairstyling and Cinematography. So what's the final verdict? Nosferatu is a triumph. It's a visually stunning, deeply unsettling, and genuinely scary film that manages to honor the source material while forging its own path. It's not just a horror film, it's an experience. If you're a fan of Eggers' classic horror or just want to be genuinely creeped out, then this is an absolute must-see. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Have you seen Nosferatu? What are your thoughts? Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. Until next time, peace.